But also at your time there in Saudi, what was the hardest part?
The hardest part. The hardest part
Is it
is
like being away from your family or
yeah, not really much with away from my
what is
family.
that? The hardest part? Pinakalisod. Ngayon mong giagian.
Hardest part is oh, you it will be so funny for you to hear this. The hardest part is when my coworkers would really have to, you know, they have to hide the food.
Oh
They have to hide the food from me. So I think that's the hardest part.
Matakaw. Joke.
I told you. Yeah, that was the hardest part. One of the, but maybe the hardest part is that I cannot really go outside. I'm just, spending a lot of my time in my room during my day off, so I'm not able to go outside.
So ano yung pinakalisod?
And the hardest part is they're taking my passport and then they're not giving my like working visa right in that place.
Yeah,
So I cannot go outside. So it's
tell us the story about that.
my boss. We went to the hospital for like my second medical, something like that. It's really required if you work there. So after it should be done like before 3 months of your time when you were there. So I really have to go through the process with taking another medical examination just for me to know that I am healthy and I don't have any sickness. So that time she was taking my passport because she will be the one to go to the counter, something like that, and then she will be the one to really work on the paper for me. But I was with her in the clinic. So when she took my passport, I feel like it's okay, you can do it. So and then when after the time that I want to get my passport back, she told me I still need it because I have to go back and follow up for your paper. So she didn't give it to me anyway. So I lost it in my mind that she has my passport. And so I just let the time goes by, and then when the time that I just realized that I'll be the one to hold my passport, she didn't give it to me. So because sometimes their mind is just so narrow.
I understand.
And then they're really scared if
You're
I
going
would,
to run away without
So,
giving them
it was really hard. So they didn't give me my passport until my last day to go back home.
So that was your problem when you actually decided or planned to go home, right?
Yeah, that was the time.
They were not giving you your passport.
No, they're not.
Oh, for what reason? Because
They're just really scared for me to run away and somebody can help me, and they will be charged for doing it against me because it's against their law. But sometimes they really have a narrow mind to think about, like, for you running away from them, and then you have to go to the embassy and then they will be charged for doing so. And they're just thinking about they want you to be safe in their hands, and then they will just give you your freedom on your last day in the airport. You see, I will never go back there.
yeah, because Grace supposed to stay for like till 2021.
Yeah, that's
But
the end
because
my
of the
contract this
pandemic,
year. It's supposed to be.
because of the pandemic, and she doesn't have any work at all
Yeah.
for the past months.
I still have work, like, because they're still wedding on that time, especially when they lift all the all the lockdowns. But the problem is they're not going to pay me regular, so they just have to pay for my hours, working hours.
Okay.
So let's just say the regular hours that we will gonna do all the shooting for the wedding is just 4 hours. So that's the time they will just pay me, and then I'm not I'm not able to. They are not able to give me work every day. So that's the problem. That's why I really decided to go back home, because
It's not good for you.
it's not
anymore.
good for me. I don't want to suffer there for a long time and wait until the pandemic will be gone, which is so impossible. And I was thinking maybe it will be gone for 2 years, and then
Yeah,
it's good to be back home during pandemic.
you're right.
Yeah.
But what was the very thing that keeps you like surviving in that place?
Well, what really keeps me is that my faith in the Lord. So I became so close with my walk with God in that time, because I'm in a hard situation. I think God will
Right.
use it for you to grow with your personal walk with Him, and that really keeps me strong. My prayer, my personal time, disciplined time with Him, and of course my communications with you, your friends, your husband.
Adrian, right.
I get close to your husband.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're good friends.
Mhm.
And yeah,
You really
my
faith in the Lord.
communication, especially with group and family. So they're the ones who encourage me, pray for me,
True.
guys, MCI people, and of course my close friends
Yeah.
keeps me going there.
So even
And of course, you remember my second parents in the US, my mom and dad. So
Yeah, I
they're the
remember
ones
that.
who really keep in touch with me all the time. They are doing the follow up. They're looking for my good welfare there.
Mhm.
So they're the ones who help me to go back home. I'm so happy.
Yeah, true. So what lessons that you can actually impart for those people who are actually like dreaming going out of the country to work?
Well, maybe you really have to consider what country you're going to, not just what type of work you want to work, right?
Because
So
you went is it for the work of being a photography there.
yeah,
You
I
thought
was really
it
a
would be just
photographer
easy.
in Saudi, but the problem is I am in a very strict country, and maybe it could be hard for you if you will not consider how their culture works, and most of the time how their kind of attitude with Saudi people. Not everyone is bad, but most of the time it's really hard to work with them, because I would really say they really have, especially for non-educated people, they really have a hard time to understand other people and other culture. They don't have that kind of knowledge in their head to really be nice to other people, especially if you're from a different country. They would really look down on you, belittle you sometimes. But me,
Because
for
you're a
me, you
Filipino.
don't have to do that.
Because you're a Filipino.
Yeah. And I think that's the reality when you go to
Other country.
Yeah, I think that's the reality to feel when you are a Filipino and then you are in a different country. But if you are in Saudi, it's really different. The struggle is
Real.
much bigger.
Much bigger. One wider.
Yeah, and I would advise, don't go to that place.
Don't go to that place.
Well, not everyone is really, have a not good condition when it comes to working and how their bosses treat them. But you just really have to be very careful, and you need to be ready. I went there, myself was really ready. I was like, I know I have to experience this kind of time with them. I was ready, so that's why I was able to survive also. My advice is, well, if you have a chance to withdraw, just withdraw from your application. Yeah, there's still a lot of country to go, but not in Saudi. So I really discourage you to go there. But if you're sure that you can, your welfare there is good, because your uncle or your other family members is already there, we're gonna help you during your time of work, so it's okay. But if you're not really sure about your employer, about your kind of job that you will land in that place, so maybe you really have to think a lot of time, and you can chat, just ask questions from me.
Right.
I can really give you a good advice. Yeah, and try to consider other country than going to the Middle East. And if you're a woman there, it's really hard, but not everyone is having you know, experiencing same situation with me. So yeah.
And pray.
So good luck for you if you go to Saudi.
Yeah, Grace now is here in the Philippines and she's
Yeah,
enjoying
I'm back just a
her
month
coming
ago,
home.
right? Just a month ago.
Homecoming. So thank you so much for your time, Grace. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. We've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
hmm At the end of the day, it's really being at the place where God would want you to be in, right?
That's right.
At least you're able to get that experience or to have that experience and learn from it.
Yes, that's really true.
Mhm.
All right.
So,
No more questions.
no more questions. So thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you have questions to Grace? Sa to yung mong kuan, Joanna
Joanna
Grace
Fabria.
Fabria Galasio. That's her Facebook account. So thank you so much, Grace. I really appreciate that. So see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.